What is up, everybody, and welcome to... Oh, shoot. One second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nintendo Guru Daily, the first inaugural episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru. As always, let's do a little breakdown situation so the new people kind of know what's going on. Every week, Monday through Friday.
Hopefully, we can keep it Monday through Friday every single day. We'll try. We'll do our best. We'll try to stay there with it. Trust me. We'll give it a shot.
I take the top Nintendo stories of the day, talk about them, discuss them, break them down. So,
here we go.
I want to start off before I do anything and thank you all, because without you guys, I am nothing. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys helped me do something and helped me through something that was unbelievably emotionally tough for me. And you guys were my rock. You guys were there for me through it all, pushing me along. And then, man, this weekend was a grand slam of grand slams. And I couldn't begin to thank you all enough for that. So, yeah, the personal messages, the private messages, there was so many of them. I'm not even going to begin to individually thank everybody. You know who you are. Just thank you very much.
So let's get on with this thing. Enough of this nonsense. Let's go.
So coming from the website SlashGear, never even heard of them before, but here they are. They're telling a story about the Nintendo online service is available for pre-order. I don't understand this. Why do you need to pre-order Nintendo Online? I don't get this, Nintendo. And you're not even allowing people to pre-order like the month, which is only like $3.99 a month or something like that. It's coming, that's obvious. And I think the bigger tale in all of this is, you know, it's $19.99 for a year. That is so cheap, really. And I just hope that with this, we get a lot. I know we're getting cloud saves. I know we're getting online service. I hope the online gaming service is better. I know we're getting some classic games. But I hope that Virtual Console does come with this. And I know Virtual Console, in theory, is dead. It's not dead. They're just rebranding it, changing the name. I think it's going to stick with the classics. If you look at the NES Classic and the SNES Classic that I have like right there underneath, they are the Classics line. And I think that's the way Nintendo is going to play this. Maybe Virtual Classics or something like that, they'll call it. But eventually we're going to get this stuff. I love the idea of what Nintendo's doing with these online. As it is, we're going to get these 20 games up front, like
hype through the roof.
The family plan too is kind of cool because you get 30. It's for $35, and you get up to 8 people. I know there's some people who are offering people to buy into the family plan, and then they all kind of share it, and it's cheaper plan. I like that concept. I just don't know that that's what I want to do. I know that I'm going to buy an additional Switch for myself, so when I have friends come over, we can play online together and stuff. So with that said, I'll probably go with the $35 a year.
Still half the price of Xbox and Sony. Thank you.
I'm really excited for it. I really am, and I cannot wait for it. So coming in from Japan, we got #1 sales, the Nintendo Switch, back on track, kicking butt as always. Then Octopath Traveler comes in as the #2 game in Japan. This is amazing. This is a touch of classic Square taking over, crushing it, running things just like they always did for years. I love this. I love that Nintendo and Square are kind of back together, working together strong. I love Octopath Traveler. If you haven't played it, go get this game, man. What are you doing with your life?
Probably playing Fortnite, probably playing Paladins, probably playing a lot of other stuff like Minecraft and all that stuff. But like, really, come on, let's. You can do more with your life. You can do more. You play a little Octopath Traveler. You can drop a couple 100 hours into that thing. You know you want to. Come on, talk to me.
So, sales for the Nintendo Switch hardware ranked #1 in Japan in the latest sales data for the region. This is coming from Media Crate, so always take it with a grain of salt. They're kind of not always perfect with their numbers, the way it goes. But that said, they're reporting that the Nintendo Switch sold 53,000 units between July 16th and July 22nd to rank the hardware as #1 for the week. It sold 50,000 units the week prior, so we're averaging 50 grand a week. Really strong sales. Again, it shows that Nintendo can do no wrong in Japan right now, and they're just selling like gangbusters. Nintendo sold 15 million Nintendo Switch units in the fiscal year ending May. The hardware to date is up to 17 million units. That's a far cry from what the Wii U was, but it's not on pace to do what it was doing last year. Last year was some crazy numbers. The Nintendo Switch software sales are at about 63.5 million units. That is insanity, man. The company expects to sell 20 million Switch units next fiscal year. So I'm curious, is that 20 million total or 20 million on top of where they are? That number is always kind of iffy, and it's kind of like they're playing a game with the numbers and what people are thinking. My heart says they're just saying they're going to reach 20 million total, not 20 million for the year. Their lineup is not that strong, I feel, compared to last year to push another 20 million. So I guess we'll see. Coming from my friends over at Nintendo Wire, please take a minute, pop over to Nintendo Wire, go check out their website. Awesome stuff. Follow them on Twitter, Amiibo Jason, and everything they're doing over there. Great, great work. That said, Nintendo Wire, they did an article about the Hori D-pad Controller Joy-Con, and basically what this is it's a left Joy-Con with a D-pad. Looks really sharp, and they've even customized them to be like Legend of Zelda or Super Mario, and they're really sharp. They come with the analog stick, they come with the D-pad, they have the capture button. They don't have a lot of stuff though, so they went, to me, I feel, a little cheap on the side of like what they could have done. I mean, the price range is $24.99, so that's cool. It's coming in September. I might pick one up just to try it. It's basically you're pushing it in handheld mode, and that's where you're going to play it at. But for me, I've always wanted a D-pad with my Switch. I'm not a fan of the buttons, the separated buttons on rather than a D-pad. I would prefer to have that D-pad because it reminds me of old school classic gaming. So that said, that's basically where we're at with this. Again, it doesn't have the SL, the SR, which basically takes it out of the hunt for a lot of games, shooter games and things of that nature. This is more, to me, like a classic gaming thing. Like if you're going to play virtual console games, 8-bit games, a Mega Man game, things like that where you want to use the D-pad instead of the buttons, this is perfect for it. Again, the price is not that bad. I wish I would have preferred to spend $50 to $80 and get a proper left Joy-Con with the bells and whistles to it, but apparently we're not going to get that, and that's expected from Hori. I'm hoping that maybe somebody like Power A or someone like that can come in and do something similar, but with better results. And real quick, before we wrap it up, I just want to say two things. I am going to do a review on Miles and Kilo. I've talked about it on 2 podcasts so far this week, Nintendo PlayStation Podcast, Planet Nintendo Podcast. I've talked about both of those. I plan to do some type of review, whether it just be a Nintendo Guru Daily and I just change it to a review version, whatever it might be. I'm going to do a review on that. Tanzia. I'm going to do a review on that one as well. They gave me the code for it just before I came back, so we're going to jump in and play some of that game and check it out and all that good stuff. So there we go. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. I will be back tomorrow with some more Nintendo news. So yeah, that is all. Peace out, Preston.